Well, this beauty is the target. The sailing ship, the Pelican of London, started life as an Arctic fishing trawler after World War II, then was a coastal trading vessel, a coaster, until the mid-90s. Now it's used as a training ship. Today, it is doubling as the finish line marker. And from our position opposite the Pelican, we look upriver to the start line. And this is the beauty of this event, Greg, as Heather was saying. You need very good eyes to see from one end of a 2,000 metre race to the other, but not here over 350.
No, the rowers will love racing over 350 metres. 1 minute, it's a real blast. And I'm just thinking about the emotions that must be going on, particularly for this Bristol crew now, that how it feels that they'll train on this water and no one will notice. And today, the bank is absolutely packed with people cheering for them.
Manchester so far a second and a half quicker. Both the men's and the women's crew for Manchester been training with that B logo on the kit, reminder of the atrocity at the Manchester Arena a bit over a year ago now, and the impact that it has had on the city and everybody who lives there. Bristol into the final despite their ace card being absent. They're doing without the four-time Olympian Matt Wells, but the bronze medalist from Beijing pulled out when he came off his bike a couple of months ago, but he will be pulling mentally for his mates now. It is the men's final. Manchester against Bristol. Team Orange against Team Yellow.
Attention. Go.
About a minute's worth of foaming fury all the way to the finish line.
Foaming fury, and the crew's now trying to get their blades out of those puddles, trying to get out of that foam so they can stay clear. They're staying clean, and the Bristol crew so far are trying to stay with that crew in orange from Manchester.
Manchester in the semi-final, very composed over the first 10 strokes. They didn't get too carried away. They left room to go up the gears. Bristol, steering-wise, have got to keep it straight.
And Bristol have kept it straight, and they've kept in with the crew from Manchester. Manchester, I just took at 54 strokes a minute. That's ridiculous. Will they pay for that? Let's see if the crew from Bristol can put pressure on them now. I think they've come back, this crew from Bristol. They're with the tailwind. They're with the home crowd. Can they make a move now?
Manchester in orange, Bristol in yellow. Manchester at the top of the screen, and it is Manchester who cross the line first, who take the glory, who reach that grand old ship, the Pelican first. And they are the first ever champions of the Power8 Sprints. A team that have been united from the start are united at the end, and they're united as champions.
They are a united city in Manchester, and what a performance we saw from them there. They got off and they were so dynamic. 54 strokes a minute is absolutely dynamic power put into the water. And the Bristol crew had so much heart through the middle, but just couldn't quite hang on to the class of that Manchester crew.
And look at that time, 51.3 seconds. We've talked a little bit about how those who've reached the final might be holding a little back in reserve. Manchester emptying the tanks. What a fabulous final, but it is Manchester. Great.
Yeah, and Heather, first of all, a word on Bristol. A really brave race from them. They stuck at it, but it was not too big.
Yeah, definitely. They gave it their heart and all there today. But Manchester was just so dominant. The crowds were cheering Bristol, but Manchester had the beans at the end of it, really.
Yeah, I mean, a stroke rate of 54 is absolutely massive, and improving their time race on race. They obviously left something in the bank for this one.
Yeah, definitely. I think they clearly really enjoyed it as well. There's smiles on all of their faces, and I know it's always more enjoyable when you win, but they definitely kept something for the final, and they've shown us a really fantastic display of what racing at high octane level is all about.
They still have a bit of energy to get away from us as we try to talk to them, which we'll try and do in a moment, because we spoke earlier about whether they'd have anything in reserve. There's not much time in between races, but you guys looked fresh as you like. And how are you feeling after that one? I mean, a brilliant time as well, 51.4, faster and faster every time.
Yeah, pretty good. No, that was our best race, to be honest. And
you just give us a push.
And yeah, just put it all together at the end. Fair play to Bristol, they pushed us the hardest, so yeah, good race.
Yeah, Bristol fought back well there mid-race. You thought we got our work cut out. Did you have to up things?
Yeah, we knew we had a good start. We've got some big boys in the boat, and it was just about putting an extra push in at sort of 200 metres, and it seemed to work out quite well. So
you guys liking this Power8 Sprints then? Does it work for you?
Yeah, it's really fun. Bit of training post normal season, and yeah, we're good to do it again next time.